blue and white, or is it black and gold? Oh no, he's cutting me off.
Heyo.
We do be starting.
I found this sick chick.
Welcome back to the Winged Badger Tavern, where friends tell stories. It is day one of the finale of the glittering canvas, and I am joined by some of my friends. Friends, why don't you introduce yourselves? Let's start. Wick there.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Hello, I am Trevor. I will be playing Astro Adon, a lucky explorer who works for a living.
You got it.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Talia?
Who am I? Hello, I'm Cleo. Playing Jaqline, the jet-assisted quantum learning interstellar engine.
Navigation engine.
I got it close enough.
Jaqline.
That's what we say about interstellar navigation, too. I got it close enough.
Close enough. And I'm a naive AI who entertains.
How's it going? I'm Tyler. I play Ronan Voss, who's a tongue-tied explorer who also sailed beneath the Jolly Roger. And now I'm a chef. I'd be cooking burgers and stuff.
Heck yeah.
You don't do this. Sorry, I thought you were gonna go, but it's not. Hello! I'm Dracula. I play Mark Putty, a clumsy adept who talks to the system. Look, I found a polecat out back.
And I'm Josh, the Winged Badger Game Master. I'm dressed as Captain Gamma, but I'll also be playing everybody else. But right now, Captain Gamma's not here. Right now,
Donde?
we're headed to the holodeck
Ooh.
of the Spirit of Inquiry, where Ronan Voss, Mark Putty, and Kyle Smith are all standing around a projected model of the dropship. It's spinning slowly in front of you, and as each of you look at it, you've probably been here for 2 or 3 hours now. It is the morning of the day after your previous exploration, and there's scraps of paper all around you. Mark's data pad is like low on battery, even though it was charged up 2 hours ago. And Kyle's going, I really don't think there's any way to get that much extra range on it unless we take something bulky off. Like, the only thing that's got that much weight is the long-range comms array. I mean, we could detach it and you could use beacons, but like, it's line of sight then. So you're running the risk, 1 in 4 times those things are going to get interrupted by something.
Can't we have Jackie do something about that, though? Can't she help us if we
Jackie's incorporeal. She's not going to add or take away any weight. Also kind of rude to suggest that leaving Jackie behind would make the ship lighter.
I have been gaining weight.
It's not what I was insinuating.
I've gained 1.0000001 milligrams since I started learning.
The knowledge does add a few pounds.
I see.
Sorry, we've been in here a long time. Why are we moving weight? I've been staring at my data pad too long.
Well, because you wanted to get further, right?
That's right.
Yesterday, you said you could almost make it to the big planetoid, but you couldn't make it the whole way in. We know it's too dense for the Spirit of Inquiry to get in there. We got to find a way to modify this. Now, we have the other dropship, which, it's identical. It's got a recovery kit on it. After your last adventure on Green 1, we thought it'd be best to have 2, so Sam Nova fabricated us a second one. But it's certainly not like the range is what the range is. Like, we got to shed weight if the fuel's gonna propel you that far and then be able to get you back again safely.
I still think that if the pilot was good enough, we could just weld on some extra fuel tanks on the side, and even though they're unprotected, it should be fine.
Well, the problem with welding on the extra fuel tanks is you lose maneuverability, right? The extra inertia and the ballast is going to be too much for the stabilizing thrusters, because as the liquid moves, right, when you try and turn, the liquid's going to hold some of its momentum and it's going to fight against those stabilizing thrusters. It's going to give you a much wider turning circle. If this asteroid field's as dense as it looks like on the video feeds from yesterday, that's not a practical solution.
Unless we use the navigational data we found yesterday and we mapped it, but I understand that when I did that we had a 0.1% chance of success, and maybe that might be a little too low.
Well, you could retrace your steps from yesterday, but I thought part of the journey today was you were trying to find more of these crystal thingies, right? On your way in there?
We do need to learn more.
Could we tell?
Is there any weapons on the ship? Like, does this ship come equipped with weapons? The dropship?
No.
Didn't say we could just take those off. We wouldn't need them.
Can we have one dropship tow the other? And then it's almost like an extra fuel source, and then by the time, if we reach the halfway point, we just switch off into the other.
That's interesting. Let's do some calculations. Okay. Why don't you roll me an intellect task, Mark Putty?
Okay. I'm pretty smart.
I believe in you.
Nothing dumb happen after I say that, please.
I forgot to pull out my dice.
That's an 18 on the die.
That's a pretty good roll.
That's a pretty smart guy roll.
What you're thinking is technically possible.
Sure.
It would have the same challenge as the fuel tanks in terms of like your maneuverability. But if you have the extra dropship's thrusters to help you stabilize, it could probably work. The downside of this plan would be that if something were to happen to you, there's no ability to send a recovery team. I mean, you all could bail into the second dropship and try to fly away, but if they're harnessed to each other and something hits one of them, it probably hits the other one. So that's kind of the trade-off there. It could be done, but it might not be the wisest maneuver.
Let's just make a whole new ship. A more fuel-efficient ship. An Evo. Is it? No, that's fine.
You're not going to fabricate it today, Mark.
Okay. Well,
I respect the idea, and maybe we can get Sam on that.
it's future stuff.
Yeah.
Is there particular parts that we might be able to remove some shielding? I know we've gone over this a couple times, but
Yeah, the problem with the shielding is that it doesn't all weigh enough to make a big difference when you take it off. Like, and he reaches up and kind of like does the zoom in thing, and all the shielding, like it sort of virtually explodes off of the dropship and floats out in the distance. And the weight scales do change a little bit, but you still are lacking enough range to make it back safely to the Spirit of Inquiry. You could get to the central asteroid. You could even do that with it as it is. You just can't get back again.
Hear me out. What if?
Yeah.
And it might not do too much, but how much do you guys care about sitting down safely inside the ship? What if we were to detach anything that is detachable inside the ship? Chairs, a table, anything that is there that wouldn't make the ship run, and just toss that out of there. That's just that's an old pirate thing.
it's an old pirate thing.
Mark thinks of all the times that he's been strapped so tightly inside of the ship.
I was just going to say, I think
could
Kyle
leave
looks
one seat
over at
for
Mark.
Mark, I think.
What does he see on your face as you contemplate the prospect of a ship with no harnesses, no seats, no like safety mechanism?
Only thing we need is the steering wheel.
It's clear I'm trying to hide my distaste for it, but it's not working well. Yeah, Ronan, that's great. Yeah, that could work just fine. But maybe there's other things. How much weight are we trying to shed right now?
We're trying to shed approximately the amount of weight of one large communications array.
Okay, and what do one of those go for? I'm like 120 pounds or something.
Yeah, we're talking
can't be that
by
much.
humans. How many humans?
How many football fields?
Yeah.
Josh, the DM above the table, I don't know the average weight of a large communications dish. So I can only abstract it out for you. But the long-range comms dish is the largest and heaviest thing that has been bolted onto the dropship because it's meant to penetrate through rocks and asteroids. That's like its purpose. So it's a really huge parabolic reflector dish that once you deploy, it kind of raises up and like tilts backwards to keep you in communication. Without it, you could do line-of-sight relay beacons, which you would just drop them on the way, and because you're shedding weight, your fuel will go further.
Yeah.
And so that would be a way of making the distance that the risk with those is, like Kyle said, in game 1 and 4, the depletion die would be a D4 on the comms back to the Spirit of Inquiry. So every time you need to reach back out to the Spirit of Inquiry, which to be fair, you didn't have to do last time. I don't think you ever called home. So maybe you don't care.
No reason we'd have to.
Yeah, no reason.
In fact, most of the time you don't seem to want the Spirit of Inquiry listening. So maybe that's a worthwhile trade-off for you. I don't know.
What's the worst that could happen in being out of touch with the ship that could save us?
You could remove a bunch of the scientific equipment, like the scan. Like you could just say Jackie's Cortex is now our sensor array. And you could probably make up the same value of the comms dish in like, okay, we've taken off like deep frequency scanners and sediment coring tools and like that kind of stuff. We certainly know you can't mine anything, right? Because the rocks are all quantum locked. So the drills are already off the dropship. You could take off the emergency rations and air, extra oxygen tanks and stuff. But again, that like the emergency kit seems like the last thing you want to get rid of to me.
And just getting rid of the comms.
Can I, maybe to help, if it needed, can I do a dice roll to see if I can't figure out an algorithm or something to help make the engines, not without editing them too much, right? We're not making a new engine. Just see if we can burn the fuel a little differently to get a little bit of juice.
Sure.
I think maybe, if my math is right, I might have a solution to at least alleviate part of the problem. Yeah, I got a 9. I'm not
My math isn't right.
This might take longer than a day to figure out.
I think just taking off the comms array is our best immediate solution if we really
You'll
want
still be able to
crank it up.
communicate with each other. Like,
Right.
the closed link of the ship will be fine. It's just you.
I was like, we don't talk to the ship anyway, so last time we talked
And we
to the
keep
ship, we
getting
were already here.
reprimanded for that, by the way. I'd just like to remind everyone.
I know Saren hates it.
What are they gonna do? Throw us out of the ship?
I mean, I guess technically we're already doing that.
That's true.
Exactly.
Any qualms?
So who's gonna be the one to tell Astro?
Oh, we didn't think that far.
It's fine.
Why would he have a problem with
Jackie.
being out of touch
No,
with the ship?
I'll tell Astro.
Oh, I mean, you're just the one that can get there the fastest. That's all.
Astro, you stride into the holodeck having
Okay.
finished your breakfast.
Hey, man.
You know,
I brought
checking your little like data pad or whatever. You're like, oh, here's where the drop squad is. They must be talking about today's excursion. And you walk in.
Hello.
Hey,
bud.
we're just about to come find you.
Good timing.
Yep, Jackie has something to say to you.
At the center of the
Thank-
room,
thank Jackie,
at
whenever
the
you're
center
ready.
of the room, a floating model of the dropship is there with the comms array turned bright red and like lifted a little bit off the ship.
So, yes, Kyle has a message for you. That's what I had to tell you.
Oh, that's so interesting. So what we were talking about it, and Mark thought it would be a good idea to get the extra range on the dropship.
We all agreed on that, though.
Well, it was Mark's suggestion.
God, it's
So he said.
I'm just an AI.
it's true.
Why are we beating around the bush?
What the? I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna take the comms dish off the dropship,
Yeah, we're making take the comms off.
How come?
so you can go farther
Yeah.
to the big rock.
Oh,
It's too heavy.
It's pretty.
We need to get rid of it.
couldn't we take it as is and then just bring it as far back as possible and then get the other dropship to tow us the rest of the way?
That was my first thing.
Well, we talked about harnessing the dropships together, but you still run into the increased maneuvering problems, right? Like it's still more dangerous to actually operate them, and if one of them gets damaged, we don't have a recovery ship in that instance.
How close do we get with it as is?
You can get the whole way to that rock, but you'll only get maybe a quarter of the way back.
I trust you guys.
Well, glad we came to that decision.
There we go.
Right. I'll get Zara. We'll get that all modified for you. We'll have it ready to go.
As long as
Ew.
the captain,
Hooray.
Wow.
as long as the captain approves of the modification and the mission.
Kyle, the door hisses shut behind Kyle.
Sounds like perhaps you're volunteering.
I can tell him.
No, because if you tell them, they're gonna ask why I didn't know and what I didn't tell them.
Ugh.
I'll go tell them.
Thanks, Jackie.
Yep.
You're welcome. And Jaqline bleeps off.
Great. As Jackie bloops off into the night, the door to the next room opens, which is, of course, the gun range. Mm-hmm. And Talia Bones walks in. She's been spending the morning. She's like, I don't care what you do to my dropship. You know, like she's whatever. So she's been in the range just like shooting. She comes in. She goes, it sounds like we came to a decision.
Yep. We've decided we're going to take the comms relay off the dropship just to make it lighter.
Very sensible. That's kind of, and you know, some like pirates and marauders will do that to help like loosen the amount of weight on the ship.
Yeah, we're keeping the seats in though.
Oh, well, that's nice. Comfortable.
Safe.
Just a gang hanging out.
Just all standing around.
Yep.
So,
How you feeling after your surgery? I know it's been a little bit, but
I feel good. I'm ready to get back out there.
good.
She's got her cigarette. She lights with her eye again. Just the metal eye. Feeling good. Oh, right. I'm not supposed to. Sorry. She
No.
puts it out again. Puts it back in her.
That's okay.
pocket.
It's okay.
You put that out on your hand? Just so you do that.
I guess I did.
That's insane.
Ow.
Do you not even have? There's no even burn marks. Just so callous.
Well, I was just thinking about how sometimes when you hold the ashtray, but I guess I
Yeah.
did just use my hands. I didn't even
great.
notice. That's
Sorry.
great.
Sorry.
I had a good doctor, I guess.
Yeah, you do have a great doctor.
Yeah.
Very calloused hands.
Yeah.
Well,
Right. I've never seen someone just carry an ashtray. I didn't mean to make a whole moment out of it, but I saw someone just go like this.
Well, look, I'm pretty hardcore, you know?
I've noticed.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's pretty sweet.
You're
As she turns away again, her neck kind of reveals that heavy care transport tattoo. As she turns back towards the door. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I'll just badge out of the gun range
Yes,
and then
good to see you.
She boop, badges out of the gun range, turns back around, and then realizes she's done that thing where you say goodbye to people and then she's walking the same way as you. I'll meet you down at the
We'll
drop
see
ship.
if we're walking. I'll just turn around.
I guess we are.
I'm going this way.
Did I
Yeah,
did I say something wrong?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go down to the drop ship and try to make sure these plans will actually work and we can make this happen.
Okay, great.
Quick.
And then is Jackie filing the mission brief for today so that
I think Jackie is on her way to talk to the captain.
We cut from here to Jackie headed up to the bridge of the Spirit of Inquiry. Jackie, as you sort of manifest your presence in this area of the ship, the bridge crew are hard at work. This is a new system. A lot of it needs mapping. And so you've got the navigation officer, Adrian Wu, is kind of like modifying some maps and starting to put labels on things. Sitting next to him is Saren Peters, the ship's helmswoman, kind of plotting out different courses between them. Communications officer Finnegan Allsdale is on the other side. He's trying to track down whatever that spectral interference was. And so he's got spectrologist Adelaide MacArthur with him. And then Captain Gamma is sitting in the middle of the room right now, kind of supervising everybody. But at this moment, there's not anything in particular for him to do. There's no real danger or anything. So he's mostly looking at the much larger version of the maps that Adrian Wu is working on. So it's not viewport into space that he has in front of him. It's like the top down, kind of data just blown up in front of him real big. As you enter the room.
I just splash through the data, just like, hello!
Hello, Jackie.
I have a message for you.
Great.
So, we've been thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And me and the crew, the drop squad, of course,
Right.
have been thinking that maybe if we just remove the comms array, we might be able to get there and back.
The comms array from the dropship?
From the dropship, yes.
Is it going to be worth it?
Getting there?
Yeah, I mean, my understanding from your mission brief is that you put a stethoscope on a rock and it played you a movie, which is weird and scientifically interesting, but is it, gonna help us find cosmetaline?
Well, we do believe the core might be cosmetaline, but we haven't been able to do more science.
Nah, I see. What did Adelaide say when you showed her the readings?
Well, I don't know if she's gotten to them yet.
Did you send her the readings you picked up or no?
I did, but I mislabeled them purposely to... It's like something dry. I don't think she's gotten to it yet. It's labeled, dropship numbered 4, just raw data.
Dropship number
Nothing.
5, a little bit of reading. Anyway, Chet just spins his little bridge chair to where Adelaide is right there working with Finnegan Allsdale and goes, Adelaide, we got possible cosmetaline readings and it wasn't the first thing you did? What do you mean we got cosmetaline readings, Captain?
Oh,
I didn't get nothing like that.
It was in my report I sent you in the CSV. was the raw data.
Jaqline, CSVs have been outdated for like millennia. You're a quantum being. What are you doing?
No, it's not like an old-fashioned CSV.
What? It's a newfangled CSV? CSV 2.0?
It's a comma-segregated virtual system. It's a CSVS.
Finnegan very slowly turns around in his chair and goes, Captain, that's not a thing.
Well, I made it up. Of course. You wouldn't know what it is. It's an efficient way to store raw data. I'm gonna roll for this. I'm gonna roll for this.
Okay.
Is it roll to lie or roll to like have your own?
I'm rolling to have my own CSV system.
Great.
For no reason.
Great.
That actually sounds more like a player intrusion to me.
You know what? You're right. That's 1x.
Yeah, 1 XP for you to...
I've invented a new CSV for the future that is...
I suppose I'm going to give it to you for 1 XP, but I think technically as a permanent addition, it's a 3 XP buy. But but it's funnier if you get it.
It's situational. When is it going to be useful again?
You have to use it again. That's the thing.
Yeah, if you don't use it again before the end of the campaign, I'm going to take that XP back once we wrap.
Okay, understood.
Yep.
Understood.
That XP's a loan.
Like midway through your role play, you have to like drop like a promo.
Yeah.
All right. Jaqline, fine, take the comms array off the dropship. Go and get more data. Adelaide, please prioritize this. And Adelaide's like, of course. And she like runs out of the room, thrilled at the possibility of interesting data, leaving behind Finnegan Allsday, who's like, but weren't we afraid there was another human? Okay. And he like turns back to the computer and continues what he's doing.
Apologies, I probably should have marked it differently.
I'm sure you should have, but that's fine.
We've been busy doing
Well, learn.
calculations on the ship to figure out if we could even make it.
Well, now we know.
Just unfortunate that we have to lose the comms array, considering that might be our only way to call for help.
That would be problematic. But you'll take beacons, right? Relays?
Yeah.
Drop them on the way?
As long as nothing happens to this, we should be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing will happen to them.
Mark shudders somewhere. Something's going on.
But I will say, have you gone over as you put it, the movies in the Rock?
Yeah, I looked through it. It was interesting, but it's hard to verify. I ran it by Dean, and he's not convinced that you saw what you think you saw. Like, there's definitely some electrostatic anomalies out there that can cause, you to interpret or to create data that wasn't necessarily data. And it seems real strange that you could send an electrical pulse into a rock and get a readout back from it. I'm not as convinced as Dean is that the whole thing is made up, but it's definitely like worth considering that you may want to do a system recalibration with Mark and then try again and see if you get the same results.
Shit.
Yeah?
I just want to put this politely. I understand that it's not your expertise.
Right.
I believe what you're doing, or what I should say Dean's doing, is an old term actually from Earth called gaslighting. See, if that was true, that this was just coincidence, that'd be one hell of a coincidence to have multiple times have raw video that I have sent back to the ship generated from this rock.
Well, actually, and he pulls up a couple white papers that are like now kind of suspended in front of him. The thing about a hallucination, right, is that if your brain is filling in the gaps, or if you've got some memory that's unlike, maybe even from past Jackie, right, you would fill in gaps from the same timeline because you're the one filling in the pieces. It's been documented here, and there that we've had different levels of smart AI kind of do this when they experience something strange. Like, it's possible that the rock is just conductive in a weird way, and then you are mapping together neurons.
Well, both of those white papers that you have brought up, both have AI that are limited to a specific purpose that have ran for over decades. I haven't even been alive for almost a year. I'm nowhere near the point where hallucinations are going to be a realistic problem. And
okay.
Also, I'm offended.
Yeah, Jackie.
I know, not at you, at Dean, but I'm also impressed that you do your research. I forgot you go into such depth on things, considering our hiring process.
I don't like to take things at face value.
That's why you're the captain. You're a good captain, by the way.
Sucking up to me is not going to make this
I know.
make this any different,
I'm still
Jackie.
offended. It's fine.
I'd still like you to do the recalibration before you go.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll go do the recalibration then.
And you like disappear.
The data fills back in where I popped through.
Beep boop bop.
We cut from here down to the dropship hangar. Remember, to get to the dropship, you have to already be in your EVA suits. So right now, we actually find the rest of you in the airlock here, getting ready to head outside. Kyle and Zara have just passed through, having finished the modifications of the dropship, which, to my knowledge, you all still haven't named, right? We haven't named the dropship.
Oh, yeah.
And so, okay, they haven't finished them. They're out there working on it. And then Zara Lowe's voice comes back over the comms. Where's Zara? There she is. Zara Lowe's voice comes over the comms to the rest of you as you're getting suited up. Do you want us to paint a name on it?
Oh,
Doesn't have a name yet. Seems weird.
we should call it Tempest.
Why?
Why? Why?
No reason at
You
all.
just like that? It's cool. I'm not opposed. It's
It wasn't
cool.
actually my first choice, actually.
It was your first choice.
So deflated, kicking rocks in the corner. I didn't even. Yeah, it's silly. It's a silly name.
I was joking about it.
So my first
Wasn't
choice
that funny?
was the Aurora, but
Aurora's cute.
Aurora.
Why did you say
They're
that
created
first?
through electromagnetic radiation interfering with magnet, and it's
What's that? What?
I mean,
recalibrating.
Okay.
Why did you say Aurora first?
I just thought of something. I was like, we're gonna be coming across space. What else goes across space? The Aurora.
Aurora Borealis
Yeah.
on our ship,
You called the Borealis as well.
localized entirely within the dropship.
Sure. I mean, we having like a light show inside the dropship.
Sorry,
Dropship
speech
rave.
pattern.
Could use a burger right now.
Oh, I've heard of steam.
Don't worry,
pan.
we'll eat
Yeah.
before we go. Or I brought food along the way. Are we
Yeah,
leaving right
yeah.
now, DM? Are we like literally about to
Well,
like get in and go?
Mark-
Or are we about to like.
Yeah, soonish.
Okay. So I
I've
brought
been
food to go.
We need to finish my calibration.
Yeah, we'll do some calibrating. I like Aurora. I think
I do
that's
too.
cute.
Perfect.
I'm okay with Aurora.
All right.
It's fine.
We can't just keep saying fine.
Asher, are you going to sign off on it?
Yeah.
All right, Aurora it is. All right. The drop squad gets ready to deploy in Aurora as Zara Lowe finishes kind of painting it on the side, nice big letters. Kyle, in sort of a fit of creative inspiration, paints the nose with a gradient that kind of looks like the Aurora Borealis coming across it. So you have that like the green to pink kind of like classic Aurora Borealis look. And then they walk through the airlock on the way through. Kyle like daps everybody up like, that's dope. That's dope, you guys. That's amazing. That's so cool. I'm really jealous. We're going to have to come up with a cool name for the other one now.
I have to say, not to break the moment, but just the idea of like I was imagining it in my head. I'm like, wow, it looks so cool. I'm surprised Josh had an idea ready to make it visualized and so cool. And I'm like, that's my imagination. Josh just made that up in the moment because we named it Aurora.
He's good at what he does.
Thanks.
Wow, I can't believe Josh did
I'll
that.
take an XP for that really good role-playing moment as the DM, shall I?
It's on loan though. We might not like it.
Everybody take 1 XP for a cool little team
Yay.
moment there, coming up with a name and a color scheme and stuff. That's fun. As they walk through and leave you behind, the large airlock door kind of thunks open again as Talia Bones walks in to join you, the last member of the drop squad. She's a little bit late because she's carrying 2 huge supply packs with her. She thuds them down onto the deck right next to Mark. They are personal maneuvering packs for the EVA suits, 2 sets of thrusters. She looks over at you and she goes, "Smart guys shouldn't go to rough places without strong girls."
Mark blushes. I guess they shouldn't really ever not have a strong person nearby.
We named the dropship
Pretty good.
Mark,
Oh,
your
cool.
heart
What did
rate
we
is
name it?
increased.
Aurora.
That's tough. Oh, it's fine.
Aurora. That's a cool name. I like the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Like a borealis.
Yeah. I've read about the Northern Lights. Apparently, before Earth imploded at the top, they had this cool thing that happened.
Oh yes, I have, and I display in everybody's little HUD, like
Aw.
little images.
Oh, fun! I like it.
Pretty.
Yes.
It's cool.
Pretty.
Amazing. Well, shall we get this show on the road?
Yep.
I guess
Onward
so.
then.
There isn't a road, but I'm ready to put on a show.
Do you guys
Wait,
do the
what?
calibrating now or on the dropship?
Oh, did we do the recalibration thing?
What? We can do it real quick if you guys want to start loading up.
Yeah.
One moment. The door opens and Dean Lagrange
Man, put that thing down.
canes back.
We're gonna be here a bit. I'm gonna sit. down with the thing I
Dean
just put
walks
down.
in with his cane. He says, I wanted to send you with one of these. And he holds up like a little artifact and he hands it to Talia. Just as a backup, since we're using relay communications, this is a personal transponder that we use when we lose someone in the Milky Way. You know, it's just one of the like friend or foe type of beacons. Just another thing that you can just kind of toss into space and give us a rough idea of where you are. There's a chance it could float out of, a line of sight obstruction or something like that.
Oh, does it transmit data?
Only a small ping.
Oh.
Yes.
So not something Station Gamma would use.
That information is classified, but they certainly wouldn't have something like this. And he holds it out to your cortex. Here, do an analysis.
Mark, plug me in.
Yeah, okay. Plug.
Alright. I'll use the feature node analysis for one intellect point. And I analyze the data I'm connected to, learn general purpose, whether the node is connected to a larger data sphere, identify digital countermeasures of my tier or lower. Yeah.
Great. There are no. This is not connected to a larger data sphere because it's a machine, not a data sphere node. So essentially,
Right.
it's a data sphere of one node, right? Like all the
Right.
functions are in the one thing. It is exactly what he said it is. It sends out a pulse on. It's a little bit more antiquated frequency spectrum, but that's kind of the purpose of it, right? There's all this noise in new modern communications. This is something that's meant to cut through that noise by using kind of an older set of frequencies that have been designated as like galactic emergency recovery frequencies. This is a real thing. There's a spectrum band even now that's like reserved for that, and it's the same emergency recovery frequencies that have been set aside since like age way back in the olden days, like the 2000s. Like way back then when the ancient folk were around. The ancient folk, the ancients, if you will, the forerunners. And it literally does. It's the way that these ones work is they have a very small battery, but they last a long time because it pings on a timer. So instead of being like, here's a thing, and you like handshake with the signal and you get the information back, it's more like a lighthouse where it just like the light swings around and it's pointed out at the sea once every so often. It's like it just gives off this boop, and it like sends out the frequency. So you would triangulate position with it by waiting until you had 2 pings. And then you could say, okay, if that's there, where is the third vertice of the triangle? And that's how you would find it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, yeah, it really is a recovery beacon. Maybe old, but like,
Thank you.
That's what it is.
Thank you, Officer Lagrange.
of course, be safe out there.
Yep, we'll do our best.
What's the plan?
Looking forward to a thorough report with nothing omitted at the end of your voyage.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
More
As we
cosmetic.
always
Exciting. He rubs his hands together over his cane. Right. Well, good luck. And he steps back out.
Don't
man.
like him rubbing his hands.
Did I
Anyone
push
else
that too
hate
far?
that?
Did I
What's that?
push that too
By
far?
directly confronting him about the
Yeah.
station that we don't even fully know about? It was.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I just wanted
Who
to
could
see.
say?
In the middle of that conversation, I'm only think my main thought is what truly can we what happens if we get in trouble here? You know, what can't we say? Like, if he doesn't like us, there's some sort of reprimand.
Oh, you might get reprimanded, put in the brig. I might die.
brig.
Keep it. I mean, they can't put all of us in the brig.
Yeah, that's right. They need to
Yeah,
cook.
they-
I feel like we
wouldn't-
should just start speaking up. And
Well,
No one else can cook.
As the ship security officer, I can tell you the brig is easily large enough for all of you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then, how, is the ship going to be okay without a data guy, the chef, and one of the main AIs in our storeroom guy, our main maintenance man?
I want to say yes,
Huh?
as they've gone without us in the past as well.
We'll test the waters
Because
a
I
little bit
pre-prepped the food, though. No one's gonna be
I
there in
didn't
the
say you would
pre-prep.
do good.
All right.
Meal prep strikes again.
All right.
Okay.
Shall we get on our way?
We still got you do a quick calibration,
Nah,
Jackie.
I promised Chet I would.
Yeah. What did he say?
Oh, Chet,
He said-
because Dean was gaslighting Chet, and then,
And he said he didn't believe the images that were coming through.
yeah, they think I made it up.
What an ass.
I know.
I'm sorry.
right?
I love the captain.
No, he's being reasonable.
It is. We don't really know what we're plugging. You plugged into a rock. I think it's a little. I
a little
I didn't
awkward.
think it would achieve anything. You know, when we were going to do it, and then it came with images. So
Yeah,
I think it's reasonable. But it's crazy images that just
I'm so glad that the
very
rock,
specific.
when I shocked the rock, it just gave me very vivid images.
Yeah, rock shock. Yeah.
It's kind of like culture shock.
Yeah. Well, let's do just a
Rock shock.
general calibration. I don't think
right.
we got to do anything crazy. Beep boop.
I rolled a 15 to calibrate.
Great.
I'm calibrated.
All right. You all head out to the dropship. What?
I also rolled a 15.
Great.
Whoa!
In sync.
NSYNC starts playing as you.
Bing bong.
You all head out to the dropship. Ronan, you were telling us yesterday, like in Game Story yesterday, one of the things that Ronan was feeling on the like he didn't have any of that awkward silence feeling on the way back because he was just like the joy of flying again, like he was back in the dropship. What's it feel like now? Like now he doesn't have any of the nerves. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna fly. I assume he doesn't have any of the nerves. Like what's going through his head as he sits down to fly this thing?
Kind of sits down and just it's almost just natural once again, even though this is like only the second time in at least in action. He's had time to practice with this dropship, but like going on an actual mission, this is only his second mission, like going in. But he sits down with just confidence that he used to have back in the days as a captain, but knowing that he has a different attitude at this point, not going after an objective with a chaotic and destructive I guess goal, but more of a I'm here to literally save humanity and make sure everyone gets home safe. So, and he knows that he can do that. So I guess he's just sitting down. It's almost just like another day at work for him kind of feeling. He's going to sit down, strap in, check in with everybody else, make sure everybody's good to go, and
What's his
like a bus driver basically.
what's his like sit down, get settled at the office routine? Like some people are really meticulous. Like I'm sure Astro would have a checklist he'd be going over. Some people have the like Iron Man, like wake up daddy's home and everything. Just like, like what's it look like as he like gets into the cockpit, the door slides shut, he harnesses up and starts checking instruments. Paint that picture.
He sits down and he'll pop a button on one or two at a time. He doesn't really do everything in a rush, and he does it with kind of like smooth, I guess, but not fast. One at a time, because he wants to. At the same time, he's enjoying himself being there. He's not rushing it. And after he finishes at least getting the ship on, while he's waiting for everybody to get ready, he's just gonna sit back in the chair and actually kick his legs up and put him up on the one side of the dash that he can, and just kind of enjoy the view for a little bit.
As you kick your feet up, your little comms link kind of buzzes. Ronan, how we doing down there?
Everything's good on my end, just waiting for you guys to give me the go-ahead.
Excellent. We're getting the dropship arms in position now, and around you hear the bzzz as those like massive cargo arms descend to kind of lock in on the ship and lift it out of the hangar bay so that you can turn the engines on. As the ship shudders when the arms make contact with it and begins kind of moving outwards. Mark Putty, I'd love to get a glimpse into like, how's Mark feeling? I'm sure by now he's like harnessed in or whatever, but like, the ship starts to judder, you're moving again, and now you kind of know what's out there waiting for you.
Mark is less nervous than he usually is. At least it's a more familiar kind of anxiety at this point. It's not overwhelming. But after the conversation with Jackie and having that moment of being ready to basically just die for the sake of whatever goal he was trying to achieve and like go on that journey with Jackie, I think he's just has some mild sense of maybe not confidence, but assurance that he's gonna get through this and we're gonna just see what the heck happens.
Incredible. Kamikashi in the chat, we appreciate you too. He says he likes how the ship keeps improving over time. And the reason the ship keeps improving over time is because we've got the best dang supply officer in the galaxy making sure it's well stocked. Yeah. Astro, as the ship moves out of the cargo bay and as we hear those engines like fire to life, you know, as Ronan kind of goes through the warm-up routine of it, walk us through what's going through Astro's mind right now. What does this trip mean to him, if anything?
He is happy to support the crew and ready to help in whatever situation occurs, but he doesn't really have expectations or like this is like his mission. He's just here to support.
So he doesn't feel like an emotional attachment to this trip necessarily?
Not the trip specifically, but keeping the people alive, yeah.
Is he more like, does it feel like an inconvenience to be going back out instead of organizing his ship on the Spirit of Inquiry? Or is it more like, oh, this is a nice break? Or like, you know, how does this factor into his like morale?
He's happy that he's going because it means he can play a role. If something goes wrong, he can help and protect people. Whereas if he was on the ship, he would be out of control, so he would be like more anxious because he couldn't do anything.
So it satisfies that need for control.
Yeah.
I see. Jackie, as Ronan completes all of the checkup things, he didn't even have to consult you. His training with Saren was so thorough. You just watch and it's like, nope, he didn't miss anything. Everything went right. The engines kind of fire up to life as those dropship arms release and you head towards maybe the most important discovery in the history of AI, right? Like this is your chance to interface with something no AI has ever interfaced with before. How is Jackie feeling?
Jaqline is a little conflicted. She's gone through so much with these people, and that discussion they had yesterday was jarring. Not unexpected, but she's also a little giddy. She feels a little energetic, she's been a little spicy today, a little bit more just unprofessional, if you want to put it in a lackluster way, but she's ready to see what happens. She's not prepared, I don't think, but who is?
And on that note, as we begin drifting away from the Spirit of Inquiry as the first comms relay beacon deploys from the bottom of the dropship, Ronan, why don't you roll a d12 for us?
Well, if you say so. I gotta find it. Okay. Yeah, don't let me down.
I believe in you.
Okay, 6.
A 6. Oh, we got a 6 last time too. And if you recall, this means that almost right out of the gate, as the dropship engines are kind of spooled up, nice and smooth. Ronan, you're barely nosed into the asteroid field. You pass that outer kind of ice ring, but you're just barely in, maybe 2 asteroids. You still have a clear, easy connection to the Spirit of Inquiry when one of the magnified scanners that you have, because you have like your window viewport, and then probably up here there's like some floating displays that are like cameras that are kind of magnified of what the dropship sees, and you immediately pick out another one of those like memory crystal formations, the ones that Jackie was learning from last time you entered the asteroid field. Mm-hmm. So there's already like an interesting feature there.
Yeah. Jackie, there's one of those weird rocks again floating in front of me. Is this something you want to check out, or do you want me to keep going?
I do want to check it out, but I want to do it differently.
All right.
I want to take myself out of the equation.
Do you want one of us to plug into the rock?
I'm gonna provide you the means and the software to do it. But without me involved should mean that you get As
Raw
raw
data.
of the data as you can. We'll pipe it directly to the ship.
Okay.
We are gonna need a long dongle.
Ongle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take an XP for Longle and then never say it again.
All right. Does anyone volunteer to go out and connect the rock?
I will.
All right. Let's get Astro all suited up then.
And I'll tether to the dropship.
So, I know this dongle looks like a stethoscope, and all you have to do is put it up to the rock, near the crystals. Make sure it's a nice flat surface. You want as much connection as possible, and you press the button. That should send an electrical impulse, and that should transmit the data directly back to the ship. And we'll just play it roll through the feed and see what we get.
Sounds good.
Talia Bones steps over to the door release at the back of the dropship. Everybody suited up. We're going depressurization in 5, 3, 1. The whoosh, as air rushes out of the back channel or the back compartment of the dropship. Astro, with your tether on, you basically just step off the back of the ship. And Ronan has done a pretty good job of placing you like right in line to where you need to go. So it's just a few moments of kind of being out there in the essence of space as you sort of float across towards where you're headed. In front of you, one of the larger asteroids, probably, I would say 9 school buses or so in size, as you approach. You gently float towards it. You just kind of reach out with your hands and come to a controlled stop right there. And then slowly your feet kind of like float down. You have that kind of weightless like acknowledgement, like this has mass, but I can't tell, and you start to maneuver yourself over to one of the crystals. And then you take the long dongle and you plug the data stethoscope, if you will.
Yeah.
You press the two like
You got this.
what am I trying to say? Conductive. You press the 2 conductive pads at the end of the stethoscope against the crystal, and the kind of pulse goes in. So how is this working? Are you there, or is it like a separate, like a fragment of you, or what's actually collecting the information?
Honestly, we're piping the data, whatever the stethoscope reads, into the ship's computer. Is the idea.
And then
So the computer will process it, and I'm just gonna try to stay away from it as almost a, haha, see, I wasn't making it up.
Incredible. As the data begins piping through, Astro, you kind of have just a second there where you're just sort of holding position. You look up, and looking out at the star field beyond you, you see a constellation that looks almost like a panda. Hi, Mama Panda. We see you in the chat. As you kind of take a look at that, the rest of you are seeing this like raw data comes in, and it's getting sort of converted into whatever information is there to see. This is another incomplete one. So incomplete that my notes haven't loaded yet. There they are. This is another incomplete one. Jackie, as you interpret and, sort of turn this into something that can be visualized by everybody else, you see...
Ooh. I write software to do this. I'm hands off the interpretation, so if it doesn't come
Okay,
through-
great. So in that case, why don't you roll me an intellect task?
Oh.
Let's see how good your software is.
Intellect task, oh no! I threw everything on the ground.
we just see a list of raw data scrolling.
Oh, it's a CSV, yes. I'll just keep adding letters. Alright. I'm going to use 2 levels of effort. And we'll just keep it raw for that. Yeah, 2 levels of effort.
All right.
And an XP. We're not going with a 4 on the die, okay? We're rolling another XP, and that's the last one. We're gonna take whatever we get.
Gosh.
But that was a nat 1, and I'm not.
You don't want the free GM intrusion?
I don't want the free GM intrusion, thank you.
Oh.
Not when I'm trying to prove I'm not being gaslit. Or I am being gaslit. I'm being gaslit about being gaslit. Okay. This is better. 16 on the die, plus 2 levels of effort.
So it's a level 5 plus 2 is a level 7.
Yes.
Okay. As the data comes in, It is... Ooh, fragmented. You see a map of a star system. It flickers. Oh, it's the Milky Way? Someone is looking at the Milky Way's sun on a chart, like a 3D projection of the sun of the Milky Way is on a chart. It's being compared to a kind of a size progression chart of other stars. And the person who's looking at it is looking stressed. They have their head in their hands. They're looking at it back and forth. You already know, obviously, that this one is not in danger for a long time. Protocol dictates they leave this one alone, at least until the star enters stage 3. You'll be on your own long before that system ever gets a sentry. After all,
All right. Just for the audience sake, I believe you meant the Sol system, right? The solar system?
no, I meant star system.
You said Milky Way.
Oh,
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 2, I piped that data directly back to Dean's office.
okay.
Specifically.
Mm-hmm.
High priority, and I collect all the data from like video feeds, the communications, and everything that we just talked about. How I did not interfere with this, and I refused to be gaslit.
You actually get a reply. Dean Lagrange on the other end. Excellent work, Jaqline. I'll make sure this gets to where it needs to go.
See, I didn't make it up.
I would never suggest you had. Like, call cuts.
Pipe it also to Chet.
Interesting. That data bounces.
No. No, what do you mean?
I pipe it to the comms officer.
That data bounces.
Oh,
That's
I knew
weird.
it. I freaking just should have said something.
Strange.
Okay. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna need you to turn the ship a little bit.
All right, hearing you.
We have some reflective panels on the front.
Sounds good. Yeah.
I want you to adjust your course and, tilt left and right at this frequency. Out like this. Okay? Just back and forth.
We're now like on an angle, probably like a.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fine with the gravity, but like still like.
Can I get in the ship before we start moving?
Astro,
exited the ship? Oh, I didn't
you're
even know
still
you
holding the thing. You look up and the dropship just starts leaving.
I don't think we're leaving. We're just turning.
We're turning.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all we're doing. We're like
Alright,
turning
fine.
and angling.
Get back in the ship.
Astro will make his way back to the ship.
Okay. Turn. Stop. Turn. Stop. Turn. Stop. And this continues. This is a series of like, bup, 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 bup,
Yeah, like Morse code with the reflection of light or whatever.
directly to the light sensors. So the sensor array on the Spirit of Inquiry.
Okay.
And I am sending a message to whoever picks it up saying, please contact the dropship, through this means of method. So hopefully they can reflect something back.
Yeah, the Spirit of Inquiry is covered in lights, so some of them just begin blinking back. The first thing it blinks back to you is just all clear with a question mark, like systems operational, like their status.
Doing Morse code.
Who are we talking to? Okay.
Do we need to turn around?
This is important, Mark.
The lights do begin blinking in confirmation, but well before the confirmation is done, if you zoom in the camera on the viewport, you see Adelaide MacArthur sitting there with a coffee in one hand, waving with the other hand towards you.
Okay. I'm going to upload an algorithm. I can't. Okay. This is Morse code. Okay. I can't do much. Believe there may be comm interference.
Comms have been compromised.
Via Dean. Perhaps he thinks no one else should see, but comms to Captain is being interrupted. Just let Captain know that we will be unable to communicate with him directly.
Hey, Jackie? Are you hearing me?
Hello?
Hey, Jackie, it's Captain Gamma. Sounded like there were some kind of comms issues. Adelaide phoned up, so we figured we'd just run a quick test call. You're hearing us, right? Loud and clear?
I hear you.
All right. We're receiving you, too.
Where is your favorite burger joint?
My favorite burger joint was on Earth.
I'm aware. Do you remember the name?
No. Like Josh doesn't.
Okay.
Is it? You could tell me what he would remember if there's a place he would remember.
You could say anything. The point is, I'm trying to test.
Oh, it's a security question?
Yeah, it's a security question.
Yeah.
How old was your first pet?
What was Ronan's burger joint called?
Wasn't it like...
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you get to pick.
Oh, okay. We'll call it the greasy...
The greasy,
all right, we're calling it the greasy, the greasy Sammy.
The greasy Sammy.
Greasy Sammy.
The greasy Sammy.
Okay. Just noticed some communication issue where some data happened to bounce off.
That could have been Finnegan too. I mean, we've been trying to figure out whatever this other, data spike we experienced was. But we'll keep an eye on it. Keep dropping those relays.
Can you send it again?
While I have you on the line,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send this directly to your personal, because it's considering the data we've been going over since yesterday, and I know that may be
Okay.
need to know.
I'll take a look.
Let me know if you receive it, and I send it right now.
Yeah, confirmed. I've got it.
Okay. Thank you.
As the line disconnects, you don't actually have your five senses in the data world, right?
Right?
So feel is the wrong word for this, but it's the closest that I have to how you would kind of almost like your peripheral senses notice. As that data receipt was confirmed, just after Chet saw it, something mangled it. And it wasn't this is a personal comms unit. Dean's not here.
Oh, you bugger. Alright, and I signaled to everyone this is just gonna be us via EVA suits.
Yeah.
And I shut down comms recording on the ship. Alright. I don't know why, but this whole memory thing is being locked down tight, and Dean doesn't even want Chet to know what's going on.
Is that device that we got from Dean, is that something we need to keep on, or should we turn that off?
Unfortunately,
I never trusted anything from that man.
I do think that it's perfectly fine, and I think the main issue might be that
It's also not on right now. You turn it on in an emergency. It's like a recovery beacon.
it's purely analog in terms of it shouldn't be able to hold data. It's just transmitting a predetermined signal. But the real issue is, I believe, that AI that helped us deal with the quantum beings. Well, I'm pretty sure we all knew it came from Dean, and it'd be no surprise if it follows Dean's orders. So I imagine it might be interfering with the data that we're collecting.
So do we need to turn around, or do we need to at least tell the captain to go hang out with Dean's to make sure? Because it does. If it's not bouncing off going to him, it's not like a suspicious request to be like, hey, there seems to be issues. Dean seems to be receiving just fine. Just please stay with him so you can make sure you get the data. And then if he doesn't want him in his office for any reason, then we just get... I just don't want to be out here sending stuff, and then we're getting boned. We're in the middle of an asteroid field.
A data bank that is inaccessible. Once, we gotta remove it, and it's only a hard link. We create a data bank, and we put all the data we collect on it, and we don't plug that into the ship. we copy data off of it. Because that's the only way we can do it without the data being affected.
Okay.
You're finally in the year 3412. We've invented the USB hard drive.
I'm all right with that. It's also, I do have a concern if we turn this beacon on and there's someone else that's supposed to come get to us before the ship gets us.
I think we turn that beacon on
About that.
if the alternative is death and nothing else. If we have another way to communicate with the ship, we use that instead.
Sure.
I feel like Ronan just doesn't crash is the way we do
That is the truth.
mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pressure.
One last message to send to Adelaide.
Let me see this thing.
Oh, yeah, here.
Can you just send to Adelaide? Dean's AI is interfering with our communications. Keep this between you and Chet. And Morse code, obviously.
This is like the longest Morse code
Yeah,
conversation ever.
Oh, so I gotta go back to doing this thing. So then, here, I'm gonna give the device back and go back to the cockpit.
That should be. That's gotta be it. Hopefully that didn't compromise Adelaide immediately, but
Ronan's gonna go ahead and, start tilting the ship and getting that message out.
All right, and once you've sent that message, are you going further in or are you turning back? Mark floated the idea of turning back.
So what's the play?
I mean, unfortunately, I think if we go back, it's gonna be a waste of time. I think Dean's outplayed us here.
We have to take time to refuel and everything before we would come back out.
I still think it's at least worth telling the captain to just hang out with. But if we're not sending anything, maybe it's not important anymore.
Well, I think that's what this Morse
Right.
was to kind of
Sure.
give the captain a hint that
Sure.
we're not trusting Dean.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's keep having fun then, I guess, right, guys?
All right, then.
Back to it, and I turn on the ship log. Back again. I put everybody on their HUDs live.
Ronan, why don't you roll me a d12 as we head towards the center here?
We love doing that.
Another 6.
Another 6.
That's pretty good.
You're getting lucky here.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get to the next bank of crystals, but it's a pretty uneventful long time. You've now navigated this asteroid field once before. Even though this is a different trajectory, you're now familiar with like, oh, they're not moving, so I should, I treat that differently than how I would plot a course between moving asteroids and that kind of thing. You start to kind of almost like more than maybe you really need to. You start like, rolling and diving, like you're a little bit like kind of just vibing. Like it's like a Sunday cruise instead of
Just
like
kind of forget every once in a while
like
there's people in the back.
Yeah, exactly. Just doing your thing a little bit. Eventually, though, we do get to the next rock with the crystals on it. Astro, are you going out again?
Yeah.
Okay, so the dropship opens up the airlock.
Downward.
The room depressurizes. You float over to the next one. This is a smaller rock, probably only 2 school buses. And as you kind of land on it, you connect to the...
Bring this rock back to life, Doctor.
Humans are arguing. They're not our humans. They don't speak the language that you know, but like humans are arguing here. In the background, your projection of the Milky Way is, there 3 dimensions, along with 8 other systems, and through a small rectangular window kind of set high in the wall, there's like this harsh red light that's kind of like prowling angrily along the floor. And this is some kind of research lab, maybe. It's weird because you know what it is and Jackie doesn't know what it is. So you're kind of like looking at your own thoughts and trying to figure out, what am I taking for granted, right? Like whatever this memory is, it doesn't need to think that actively. So you're kind of like piecing together from the things that it thought were worth encoding. Probably some kind of research lab. In fact, the argument's heating up again. Your attention snaps back to these 2 people who are arguing. One of them has flipped back like a red plastic cover over a button, and now they're like arguing again over it. The other person has grabbed their hand and is trying to stop them from pressing it. They're yelling, they're agitated. On the other hand, what is that? Boom! They hit the button, and all 9 systems that are being projected turn green, and you see outside that rectangular window little pods launch up into the air. It's weird that that's not protocol, which is strange. On the other hand, mildly exciting to watch some sentries head off into the void, even if it's not technically time yet. That rankles a little bit that it's not time. Things out of order. You hate things out of order. But it's not your call. You're just kind of filling the time while you wait for the next critical time marker. Wait! You look down. The red light is spreading across the floor like a flood, which means that was your critical time. You're late. You begin frantically calculate.
Huh. Anybody else find these trippy to go through?
Yeah.
Seems like a bad movie.
Or a good one. We don't know how it ends.
Bad as in like scary bad.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Is that Station Gamma? You think? I know, this is a stretch.
Maybe, I don't know. It's too many gosh darn fragments.
They said they shot out sentries. Could this have been like
The start.
us that put these out there like beforehand to already get like data for us?
Before when?
I don't know. That's why? Why would we go through all this effort to create the spirit of inquiry and do all this because it looks like they're turning the systems maybe into cosmetaline. Maybe this used to be a system. And all of its planetoids turned into fragments for the cortex, and the sun into a giant ball of cosmetaline.
We just gotta keep getting data.
Yeah.
Alright, put it
back on
into
the
the data storage, and transmit a copy, and we'll keep going.
You know what that means? Ronan,
Roll another
why don't you roll a d12 for us? It's way ahead closer to the
Alright,
center of
more
this ice
sixes.
reveal.
We're doing good. We've been doing good. I got a 9.
Annoying.
9.
That's like a 6. It's just upside down.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Turn that 6 upside down.
Jackie,
Yes?
you and Ronan will both need to roll defense tasks. Ronan is making a speed defense, and Jackie is making an intellect defense. Ronan, your speed defense has a difficulty of 5, target roll of 15.
Ooh.
Jackie, your speed defense has a difficulty of 7, target roll of 21. As the ship blasts through one of the crossover webs of those leftover quantum echoes, and it's like a little pocket of EMP. As the ship flies through, the systems kind of suffer a lot of radiation and interference. And so this is how resilient are they? For Ronan, it's can he pilot in such a way that the engines and reactors stay spun up to full power, or do we lose power for a little bit? For Jackie, this is how well does her cortex handle passing through that quantum entanglement or that sort of web nexus?
So, I'm gonna start, my classic, or pleading my case here.
You first.
Perception? To help at all?
No.
Alright, well, I am trained in navigation.
You're not navigating though, Ronan
Yeah,
is.
you're just going through.
This
I'm
is
just
a
driving.
defense roll for you. You are being attacked, so to speak, mechanically speaking.
I could navigate through the cortex to avoid it. Could I?
We experienced this before, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, and it didn't do
And it was
well.
bad for Jackie last time.
Did we have a solution?
No. Well, the solution
The
was
solution
use
was-
their eyes and don't run into them.
Can I use an ability called Foil Danger for this? You negate one source of potential danger related to one creature or object that you're aware of within immediate distance.
Sure.
So, all right, that takes.
Does it ease the roll by 1 or does it make it go away?
Says you negate one source of potential danger.
Okay. As Ronan pilots through, I still need the defense roll from you. But as Ronan pilots through, at the first sign of strain on the engines, Ronan, you reach over and hit a button that drops a Faraday cage over where Jackie's cortex is plugged into the ship.
Nice.
And just boom! And Jackie, all this interference and stuff around you is just, it fizzles away.
And this is a speed task, right? Or
Yes,
For me? Okay.
speed defense.
I guess solely because we are specialized in piloting the vehicle? Can we like bring that down a little bit?
That's what being specialized is
Oh,
for.
already
So
cool.
tasks relating to piloting,
Yeah.
because you're specialized, it's eased by 2. So
Okay,
instead of 5, that's 3.
All right. And then I'm gonna use effort for that as well.
Okay,
So we'll take it down to a 2, and we'll roll.
Yeah.
great.
We take them.
All right, so 1 level of effort there spent.
We're gonna spend an XP.
Oh no!
You're
The target roll of
absolutely
6,
gonna-
we spend an XP.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh dear,
That's wild about you.
that's wild about that.
Get you in the game. We got a 6.
You got a 6.
Let's go.
Meets it, beats it. As you pilot your way through, and then on the other side, you hit a button, and the cage raises back up.
Just like a deprivation tank.
Ronan, you deftly pilot the dropship through the kind of weird pocket of quantum stuff here. It was like you were just a little bit distracted by like what everyone was talking about, but as soon as you looked forwards again, you were like, oh, I know what that is, and you were able to kind of react and get the ship through just in time.
Nice.
Why don't you roll me a d12, Ronan?
Of course. Yeah, is anything
Fine.
for the DM is. Go just.
She like that.
Oh, it's an 8.
It's an 8.
Ooh.
That's good. Good bit.
It's a good bit. Good bit.
Don't hurt me, please.
Sorry, I just realized that I accidentally deleted number 1, so all my bullets are off.
Oh,
It's okay. I've got it. This isn't number 1, so it's
got
fine.
it.
I've got it.
Josh gets to hit you in the tummy.
That's right. That's the new rule.
That's what an 8 gets you.
Ronan, you pass through. It's almost like watching a shockwave of dust blast towards you, and it threatens to knock the ship off course. You overcome this challenge because it's a lower level than you are tier, so I'm not going to make you roll about it. But I want you to describe for us how that, think of just this blast radius of like little dust and rocks ricocheting towards you, probably spurred on by some very distant impact, like asteroid on asteroid type impact blasts rock through.
I think he's gonna see it coming like this way, and he's as he sees it coming, he's just gonna go over the comms. All right, I'm gonna need everybody to hold on for a second. And as it passes by, like the shockwave of it, he's gonna flip the ship into a barrel roll upside down, and it's gonna go right across the bottom of the ship. The shockwave.
That's sick.
and he's gonna stay there, and as that fizzles out, he'll flip back up.
That's insane. Take an XP. That's really cool. Let's go. Ronan, just a little bit of G-forces for everybody else. Talia looks across at Mark. How's Mark feeling?
Sick.
That's what I was going to say too. That was sick. That's incredible.
Not throw it up this time.
Ronan, one more D12 for me if you'd be so
Yes. All right, this time.
kind. We're 2 of these away from the center of the
Six.
system.
Can I spend XP on these rolls too?
You're allowed to spend
Okay.
XP to reroll anything, but this might be a bad place to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm logging when it
Oh, we got an 11.
We got an 11.
Ooh.
We got an 11. 2 things happen. First, as you're flying, you notice off to port, you notice a string of superheated plasma kind of stretching towards the center. You saw something like this yesterday too. It seems to they seem to kind of form along the lines of those quantum echoes. Not really sure why. Nothing that damages the ship there, just another noteworthy kind of hazard that because you notice you don't have to fly into. But you also notice something else. And in fact, it's not even you who notices it first. Astro, as you're kind of watching the viewports of what's happening, you are almost certain that rock has like a machine on it.
A machine?
I don't know, some kind of machine.
Hey, Ronan.
Yeah.
What's that over there?
Sharon's gonna kind of slow the ship down. And he's gonna kind of like the viewport to the right. There seems to be something mechanical up there. Jackie, you want to check that out?
I'm magnifying. I like zoom the image up.
Zoom and enhance.
Zoom and enhance. Use my
As it zooms in, you see a large compared to a human, but small compared to cosmic equipment, like much smaller than your dropship, portable mining rig. Like a large drill with the little anchors that you like fold down the feet and then they kind of get bolted into the surface of the rock. It is like the tip of the drill has been like melted and compressed into the rock. It has made no impression on the rock itself, but just like kind of burned against it. And then the top of it is all charred, like maybe the power mechanism inside it has been kind of fried or burnt out by this experience.
Well,
I feel like
that seems like evidence if I've ever seen
I
it.
think we need to go check this out.
Yeah, I agree.
Ronan's gonna pull the ship up closer. To
Are
open
you now?
spot. Yes.
What?
As you begin approaching the large rock system there,
That's a rock.
it's just a nice little view. It's just a pretty view out the front of the dropship. As you approach this rock, Ronan, you kind of come to a stop near it. Are you just looking outside the dropship, or is someone going to jump out and kind of inspect, or like what's the?
I think we should inspect.
I'll tether to the ship and I can
Let me
inspect.
do a scan 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Inspect and look around. We need to look for like any like maybe tags, like if there's a
Or-
serial code, any like wording on there.
I'm gonna check to see if there's any kind of data transmitting from this thing. And on top of that, I'm also gonna check for any temperature differences. Like, did this happen anytime recently?
I see
Still
what you mean.
cooling off? I mean, I know sometimes hot metals have a hard time radiating their heat, so it might still be hot even if it's been a while.
There's no data radiating from this area. The ship sensors aren't picking anything up, and the temperature of the item is the same as the temperature of the asteroid in the surrounding. Like nothing varied about it. It seems certainly older than like anything that would have held its heat to now. So you can extrapolate. Well, from that you could roll an intellect test to try and extrapolate how long does that rule out.
I'll roll with a single level of effort.
Okay.
And 13, so level 5, right? 4 plus 1 level effort.
Yes, so that'll be a level 5. You can confidently rule out the past month and a half.
It's been here for at least a month and a half, but I can't pick up anything else coming from it, and I just turned my scanners. I don't see anything besides still asteroids.
It's too small for the ship to pick up at any kind of decent resolution from here, but you think there might be a marking on the side of it.
Yeah, I think we need to go check out to see if there's any markings or if it's like human made.
All right, I'm gonna let you all do that. I'm gonna look at some readings because I saw something that was unexpected on our way here.
All right.
Okay.
We'll leave you to it. I think Ronan kind of wants to go out and see this too.
Okay, great. Ronan suits up. So do you just put the ship in like a hole, or maybe Jackie can take over like
Talia too. Talia knows that.
I'll hold the ship in position, no
I'll go with
problem.
Ronan.
Okay. Talia, as she sits into the cockpit, you see she reaches up and hangs a pair of dice off of the
Nice.
like central pillar that supports the viewports. She sits down. I will hold in position, and she puts the ship into a great like geostationary is the wrong word because you're in space, but like static near the asteroid here, so that everyone can jump out. A few seconds later, the airlock depressurizes. And anyone who wants to leave the ship and go investigate this may. So we've got Ronan, Astro, Mark is staying on the ship. Mark, they walk past you. The air has already rushed out. It's open to the side. What is Mark doing during this time, if anything?
He's just sitting there overwhelmed by the amount of mystery that is on this mission and just waiting for something to make it all make sense. So I think right now he's just strapped in. Big thumbs up, guys. Have fun. I'm going to continue to be confused.
Mark is like that little kid on the tricycle in The Incredibles. I don't know. Something amazing, I guess.
Something amazing. He's also wondering where she kept those dice.
I've made a roll, but I'll save it for
Okay.
when we get back to that.
Okay.
I guess Astro and I have already made our way to the rock itself.
Investigating.
I know at least Ronan, when he gets there, the first thing that he's gonna do is just walk around it. He's gonna pull out. Do we have? I would imagine we would have like little things we can take images with, or would it be with like?
Yeah, sure. There's probably cameras in your suit.
All right.
You've got a little data pad and stuff. So you get down to the surface. This thing is probably like 4 meters tall. Big enough that 2 people would have to carry it, but not so big that it would be like it would have to drive somewhere. It has been bolted or attempted to bolt into the surface of the asteroid. Those bolts also compressed, melted little shreds next to it.
So it's just hanging on with a hope and a prayer.
Yeah, basically it's just here because there's no motion to dislodge it.
Astro, or sorry, I didn't mean. Go ahead.
I was just going to continue telling you what you see.
I just had some.
It's a large central pillar with a big drill at the base of it. And then there are some levers and buttons on the side of it. None of them look quite like something you've encountered before. Vaguely human-ish design, but it doesn't look like something that you could have like purchased when you were back in the Milky Way, right? Like, it doesn't seem like it's not familiar to you.
Yeah.
You find a little etching on the side of it, like where you might put like a brand logo or something like that. It just looks like kind of like an asterisk, kind of like a crossed lines, basically. It doesn't mean anything to you.
Astro, could you get a better look at like the screws here and like the smaller pieces and see if you've ever seen anything?
Astro, those are regulation M4 screws that are like whatever size.
Normal.
Yeah.
It's like if anybody's gonna know about like this small equipment like that, like have you ever seen anything like this on any of your adventures?
Yeah, they look like normal screws.
It's just I'm trying to see if this is like made by like us or a different type of, I guess, being.
Is this material, like the metal that is used, does it look pretty standard for what humans would make?
Why don't you roll an intellect task, and we'll ease it by 1 because supply is like your thing. So we'll ease it by a step there to see if you can identify like the core materials and components here.
And I'll use an ability called Understanding.
Ooh.
I spend an intellect point and I observe a creature or object, and then my next interaction gains an asset.
Okay, great. So you do that. So now it's eased by 2.
And I'll spend 1 level of effort.
Great. You've just made the task trivial. You identified all of the like base metallic components of this are, it's maybe an older mix of the alloy, but it's like stainless steel.
Okay.
A little bit of titanium, a little bit of iron, but mostly stainless steel.
It's mostly stainless steel. It looks fairly like a little older, but
You'd maybe like pop off a panel. The wiring inside is copper wiring with rubber insulate. It's like
so. It's, if not made by us, made by creatures very similar to us that had access to very similar materials.
Do you think this is worth like marking to come back for, or even like bringing back? Because this would be something I know some people on the ship would want to check out.
over the comms, Talia says you could leave one of the deployable, like the signal relays here.
Oh,
Right, because we have to deploy them every so often anyway. We could leave one here, and then it would be.
you can leave it on the
Jaqline.
actual device.
Can I inspect like where the area that it was drilling over to see what it might be drilling?
Sure. Why don't you roll an intellect task to do that?
And I'll use 1 level of effort for that.
Great.
I don't like the idea of leaving behind beacons. They have a tendency to disappear.
I got a 12 on the die plus 1 level of effort.
Okay. This area is not. It doesn't seem demonstrably different from any of the rest of this rock or this asteroid. It seems more like perhaps they were attempting to. You think like engineers because you have this background in supply management and engineering and inventory. If you were trying to get a sample out of a rock and you realized you couldn't drill into it with fine tools, you might conceivably try using big tools.
Yeah.
And this seems like maybe that's what happened here. They were trying to get in and study what's in there, not necessarily extract something specific.
Okay.
So it kind of looks like they ran into the same problem we did of we couldn't extract any of the rock, and so they just came back and tried something bigger.
Well, this almost makes as if like all the memories and these visuals that we're seeing, like they have to be connected somehow. Like this must have been their equipment.
Yeah, it very well could be.
But why would they drill into what we thought maybe is their own doing? Where it isn't.
Is it possible that this
Mark,
rock,
you look stressed.
Mark is stressed.
Is it possible that this rock could have been one of the ones that you've been checking on at one point, and then maybe it like, I don't know, the energy or power of it left?
You mean?
Could they
like,
have maybe actually successfully extracted something?
It doesn't look like they were successful.
No.
Looks like it melted the heck.
Yeah.
And if they had the ability to gain data like we've been doing, they would have done so without a drill.
I'm so bamboozled, man.
Are there like dents and dings from just being in space, like things hitting it? Does
No.
it look pretty beat up?
I mean, it's beat up because it melted internally and fried, but no, you don't see any extra. I mean, maybe some like there are some scuffs and markings on it, but it is impossible to tell whether that is from handling or whether that is from space.
I'd like to go back to my role I did earlier. I think now's a good time. So I didn't like the fact that there was asteroid debris in a place full of non-moving asteroids. So I've run an intellect check to try to trace back where they originated from and what could have caused it.
Totally. Not here, but not that far from here.
I did use anticipation, 2 levels of effort, and rolled a 19 on the die.
If you were to travel from here directly to the center, you would probably pass the originating point of that shockwave. So basically, it's like if you want to find out, you should probably get the ship moving again.
I will mark it and where I think it could have came from, and alert the others that something is moving through the system.
All right. Well, I think with that being said, I think we need to get back. But Astro, is there any way you can unscrew one little thing off that little that device and take it with us as like a sample?
The symbol?
Oh yeah, the symbol.
Can I take the panel with the symbol on it off?
It would require some disassembly, but yeah, if you're willing to devote, like a little while, you'd have to go and get like, a cutting torch. It's embossed in a metal panel. So if you're willing to put the effort in, then yes, you could totally do that. You don't need to roll for it.
Taking some time.
I mean, I was about to say we're also pretty pretty strong.
Great. So you guys take like
We both have muscles.
you guys take like 10, 20 minutes, and you get this thing disassembled off of there. And you bring just like, it's almost like a plaque now, right? Like a little square of kind of charred metal within the center, this weird like asterisk looking logo. You bring that and you put it back on the ship, just in like a cargo bay or something, I'm assuming.
Do we have
Their HUDs, video recordings, and such into our data bank.
Great. Cool. Yep, in your little hard drive. Perfect.
All right, well.
And then the ship's going to continue moving?
Yep.
Back in the cockpit. Everybody strapped up.
Something's afoot.
That's a different sound.
That's just the ship engines spinning up as you put it back in motion. Talia takes her dice back down, puts them back in a
Only
pocket,
when she drives.
steps to the back of the dropship and harnesses back in across from Mark.
I guess it's the time for me to roll again.
Yeah, one more D12, why don't
man.
Just one
Uno
more.
mas. 6.
A 5.
Jackie dies.
you? The end of the game.
We all die.
Rocks fall.
Literally.
He's reading a lot. I don't like that.
You navigate through like a little cloud of kind of nebulous dust, not like cosmetically or anything. It's not changing color. It's just like a little cloud of particles. And as the ship kind of floats through those, it's just pretty. It almost like matches, the green of it almost matches the Aurora Borealis on the nose of your dropship now. So you kind of pass through there. That's it. That's the interesting feature before you begin heading closer.
Open up any extra viewports just for the crew in the back if there's any close.
As you move closer and closer to the center of the system, suddenly your radio squawks. Unidentified craft, identify state your intentions.
Unidentified.
What?
Please. speak.
Unidentified. Ronan's gonna pick back up. Who is this?
This is the HMS Deep Space Facility Gamma. Identify state your intentions.
This is a representative sent from Milspec. I forget his Epsilon or
Milspec Gamma, right?
no, the AI.
7-6 Beta.
7-6 Beta, yes. Representative sent from 7-6 Beta. We're a little lost.
Do you have your short-range identification tag?
Yes. Guys, okay. This is like just within the ship. Hear me out. This is a chance to figure out what's going on with Dean. Right?
Sure.
We turn on the beacon he gave us.
Okay.
Do you think that's what we need right now? Is
It's
that
the
the
only
right thing?
identifier that I think will work. I actually, alright, hear me out. I'm gonna use the signal it would have sent. I'm gonna send it manually using the ship.
Isn't this what Dean wanted? If he gave us this, he knew this was going to happen.
I don't know. It's still, I don't even know if it's the correct
We have
pulse.
a-
That
Unidentified
the
craft.
emergency pulse. That,
Please
do it.
activate
Do it.
your
I need
short-range
I need
identification
an
tag.
answer here, crew.
An EM burst. We're repairing. What'd you say? Sorry.
I was like, we need an answer.
Do it.
So remember, we don't have any weaponry or any way to fight
God.
back.
We have only one key, and there's a door in front of us.
Yep.
I say we go.
Go.
All right, we send the what would be the IR beacon.
Oh yeah, Dean's little beacon.
Yeah.
You turn it on, and it does a faint little boom next to you. Oh, in fact, I have one of those. Little as it turns on, little pulse. Boom.
I turn it
Radiates
off
out.
after a pulse or two.
Short-range identification tag verified. Proceed to airlock 2 and await instructions. I expect your docking mechanisms may differ greatly from ours.
Indeed.
Ronan's gonna get the cords and just like head there, but almost I don't know. This is just
Are we,
exciting.
like, is the station at the center? Like, which
Is
direction?
it taking us towards like
It's
the
right
center?
there.
Yeah.
Oh,
The station is. It's not at the center, although it's not
It's
far
right
from the
there.
center.
Yeah.
It
Oh
is
my gosh,
a
it's on the
huge. It's massive.
Yeah.
There are 3 large rings that any one of the compartments on those rings is larger than your dropship. It's big enough to house a city. And it's constructed out of mostly, especially to Astra's eye, archaic like materials and styles. There's so much like supporting truss and external like bits and pieces to it. The comms dishes are not properly shielded based on modern standards, but there are 2 large arms that stretch out to either side, each with a massive airlock on the end of them. One of them has a big number 2 painted on it. And so as you begin maneuvering the dropship towards that huge number 2, several spotlights on the outside of Station Gamma begin kind of kicking on and illuminating where you're headed. And indeed, you get right next to it and you kind of bring the ship to a halt, and your airlock looks nothing like their airlock. So something will have to be done to find a way to get you connected. In front of you, the hatch kind of opens and several humans come out. Humans the way you know them, humans like you, come out, and they have that same weird asterisk kind of patch on their spacesuits. Large, bulky spacesuits. Not, yours are much sleeker.
The data bad.
But
The data bad.
they as they come out to begin finding a way to dock your ship. I'm going to start that camera again. Talk about, in this interim, you have like 5-10 minutes of waiting. What's that conversation like in the drop ship as this process is taking place?
We need to get our story straight.
I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm about to freak out.
Ronan's still at the cockpit. He's just in awe like of the space station.
What story do we tell them?
I don't
don't
know. Well,
know.
we had our resident liar come in and without consulting anyone. It was very quick thinking. I appreciate it, Jackie, but we've already said that we're with Milspec. And the thing that I thought was just an emergency beacon worked as a code, so I'm pretty lost.
Okay.
Dean definitely foresaw this coming.
Dean knows about this and hid it from everybody.
Security.
This is evidence we need.
We need to act like we're from Dean, but we need to be truthful. We don't know why Dean sent us.
Yes.
Resident security officer. Any suggestions?
You look over at your resident security officer. She is deep in one of the cargo lockers, like so far into the back of the cargo locker that you can only really see like the little tail that clips her to the dropship's anchoring system. You hear zzz, 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 and she throws out the back of one of the thruster packs, the personal maneuvering packs. Then she comes out with a shotgun that she hands to Ronan and another one that she racks with one hand, just in case. And
No, we're not flashing those in front of them.
Okay, it might not be. It could show that
We can have them on the side, you know.
They have
there's nothing-
slings. She like puts it on, on the sling and on the back of her.
Anything wrong with an open carrying space, you know? It's not really...
I'm gonna check the external cameras. Are any of the people, I'm assuming, building a temporary...
They've
seal?
basically got this big like a webbing or canvas looking material,
Right.
and they're basically creating like a flexible tube that will be sealed to their airlock and then sealed to your hatch.
Any of them armed?
No, none of them appear armed. They're in these huge. They're in like bulky, like what we think of as spacesuits, like
Right.
the big white NASA suit with the huge box on the back of it. So it's not like they can't maneuver, but it's not like they're out here like quick drawing their revolvers or whatever. Like
The good news is, they appear unarmed,
I think we should go unarmed.
but they are the workers. Who knows if there's people hiding inside the airlock?
this place is
Freedoms.
massive, and we don't know anything about it. I am absolutely not going on there unarmed.
I think I'm gonna go in armed as well.
Do you have your revolver under that suit? I've got mine over here in a shoulder holster. Mm-hmm. Good. Just in case they take them. I don't think we should let them take them, but sometimes.
I've got Gene that has some minor defensive capabilities, so...
You don't all need to be armed. I just mean, like, I'm the
Sure.
security officer. This
I'm
part
just-
is my job.
I don't even like going through customs, so this is an entirely different port.
I'm gonna start pulling all the data I'm listening to, right? We're in a city. There's gotta be stray data just floating through space, like comms, people talking.
Absolutely. Lots of radio chatter and information happening here.
Take it all in.
I'm just gonna start pulling that, recording a bit of it, anything I pick up, smelling it. So what I'm really looking for is to see if there's any security data protocols I should be aware of. Do I notice any of these being transmitted encrypted? And such like that. I'm trying to get a feel for how their data works in case I need to enter one of their data spheres.
Totally. So why don't you roll
Yeah.
an intellect task for this is basically an analysis of what's happening. You can't, unfortunately, use the ability node analysis because there are no nodes here. The first thing you notice is that whatever this system is, it is not modern. It's like a network. We haven't used networks in like millennia.
It's trapped in time, lost in
But
time.
no, this is useful because networks are easier to get through.
It will essentially mean that if once you're in that system, like it'll be like sitting in a room where everything is accessible. So
Right.
on the one hand, you can get to everything. On the other hand, it will be overwhelming to switch from function to function, and it will hinder you if you switch tasks.
Got you. All right. I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll to understand.
I'll point out to everyone, the construction of this is very old and dated. Like all this extra truss and support and metal. There's
Can I do an int task to see if this is an upscaled ISS?
Sure.
Because it just looks like it. It's only a 13. I didn't try too hard.
I mean, you've seen footage of that ancient space station, the ISS, and it's not like it's a similar construction technique, but it's not laid out anything like this.
Just didn't know they piled onto it.
In fact, one thing that's weird about this one is that looking at the front of it, you think you see a really janky, stripped down version of the output cones of the particle accelerators on the Spirit of Inquiry. How'd you do?
I rolled a 16 on the die plus 2 levels of effort and anticipation.
Nice. So your analysis of this is, remind me exactly what you're looking for.
I'm looking to understand their data structure and hopefully get a bearing on any encryptions and what they use for encryptions. I'm basically trying to preemptively prepare to be hostile if necessary
I see.
or snoop.
They are the good thing about it being an ancient network is that every function is accessible, and so it is like a central control structure. Like you can get in there, and once you're in, you're in. Like any computer that you get into, you have access to every function on the ship, with the exception of probably their like command and control structure is its own little closed network where you would have to literally get there and plug into the computer. Right? It's not like open to the rest of the thing. Their communications are encrypted, but it's like an ancient form of encryption too. It's essentially like there's a handshake that needs to take place on that frequency band, and then you have the communication access, and that's fine. You can easily observe one of those handshakes, and then like recreate it.
Spoof it.
Yeah, exactly. You can man in the middle attack any of these things. That would be fine. What is frustrating about it being a networked circumstance like this is that it also means that everything you do will be logged on every device on the ship. It's not like a data sphere where each node is very nicely partitioned and set apart and you can like wipe the logs off there. It's like local copies of all the data exist everywhere. And also because it's a network between machines, essentially IoT, like Internet of Things, everything has a hardware override. So everything you can do, they can turn off again by pulling a switch. Now, someone has to be in that room and you would be in the network. So you can always guarantee, 5-10 minutes of success, but there's going to be like physical lights that flash if you turn off the oxygen or, what, like all the things that an AI would normally do to disable a large space station are going to be much harder to make them last without some kind of distraction. Like you're going to really have to partner with the meat bags on this one.
I'm going to man in the middle attack these in a different way. I'm going to start noticing who's communicating with you, registering IP addresses and such. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spoof the handshake and the IP address. Be like, oh, I'm the person you're talking to, I've received it. And within a short data frame, without even taking the time to deprocess it, I'm going to pass that data to its intended recipient as the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to start collecting their communications, decoding them, and if it's anything interesting, I'm going to start playing it back to the crew.
I'm going to threaten you with a GM intrusion.
That's up to you.
That's free XP.
Nothing's free.
I know.
I say do it.
I really like being stealthy in this. You know what? Yeah, what's a little spice in life?
You begin collecting data in this way.
Yes.
This is a floating city. Your hard drive instantly fills in the first 5 seconds. And you just hit capacity.
Damn.
It's not, your Cortex is fine.
Yeah.
Your like external hard drive is full.
Well,
How large is the hard drive?
Jackie, is everything okay?
yeah, no, it's like, suddenly finding... I'm not gonna say that out loud. I have a lot of data.
The radio crackles life.
Hello, unidentified craft. We have noticed writing on the side of your craft. Is your craft called Aurora?
Correct.
Excellent. Crew of Aurora, you are now cleared to board. We've constructed a temporary docking tube for you.
I'm glad we didn't name this thing Fart Bucket or something. God, that would have sucked.
All right, well, I guess it's the moment of truth.
While y'all suit up, I guess we're already suited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to at least pull apart. I'm gonna dump what I have in the ship if it doesn't fit in the data bank.
Okay.
But I'm going to take encrypted parts. I'm just gonna take a small segment with me and just unencrypt it.
Okay. Are you leaving a fragment in the ship or just the data?
No, I'm leaving most of the data, taking a little bit with me. So
Okay.
I can have some hard drive.
Excellent. You find a cipher in there of conveniently useful data of level 5.
Ooh.
Nice.
The airlock door opens and the air briefly moves, but it's not like when it purges, it's more like repressurizing as it equalizes between the two vessels. And looking out the roof hatch of your dropship, you see a normal human pull back the big polarized visor on their helmet, and they still, because it's a full body suit, so it's still like radio voice that comes out. It's like, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And on that note, this session of the Wing Badger Tavern is going to come to a close. We're going to take like a 15-20 minute break, have some snacks, use the bathroom, and then we will come back and see what happens next.
Let's go, Chad.
On board HMS Deep Space Facility Gamma.
Oh
no.
dear. That's why Dean was sent on this ship in the first place, because he eventually happened.
Oh dear.
Oh, my intermission button didn't intermit.
Oh, we're not internet.
Now we are.
Oh my.
There we go. Got him.
Oh my god.
Finally.
Things are getting spicy.
Oh.